Hello friends, I am Muhammad Hashim, Electrical Project Engineer. This presentation documents the complete EIC execution of electrical system for Omicron Second, a residential development in Greater Noida, India. My role was site in charge, reporting directly to the project manager. Electrical scope comprise first 11 kV HT metering and two number 1600 kVA oil cooled transformer. Second, a 20 panel LT system with bus coupler and APFC. Third, 900 ladder and perforated type cable tray network. Fourth, external electricals including 9-meter octagonal poles, 5 integrated earthing and lightning protection system as per IS 3043. 6. Final statutory approval from the Office of the Chief Engineer. The entire installation was executed in strict compliance with IS 732 2019, NBC 2016 and CEA Regulation 2010. This is a factual evidence based case study using photographs captured during execution. Project controls begins in the site office. This was the engineering station for Omicron 2. Primary function included first, management of GFC drawings and latest revisions. Second, verification of bill of quantities versus actual execution. Third, preparation of site specific sketches for the execution team. This hand sketch shows the electrical shaft with HV and LV segregation. As mandated by IS 732, clause 3.2.1, a minimum physical separation of 300 was maintained to mitigate electromagnetic interference. The LT panel schedule was developed based on the approved load list. LT panel 1 was designated for tower A and measured 10,350 in length. Synchronizing panel was 2800 A total of 20 panels were released for manufacturing only after client and consultant approval on the GFC. Material management is governed by the project QA/QC plan. This is the electrical store. Visible in the foreground are prefabricated 25 by 3 GI earth strip. In-site fabrications ensures dimensional accuracy and reduces installation time. All distribution boards are stored in original packing to prevent ingress of dust and moisture. For critical equipment, a material inspection report is mandatory. Here, 1600 kVA transformer are being received. Inspection checklist includes verification of nameplate data, vector group, oil level, silica gel brazier condition, and absence of transit damage. For cables, we received 3.5 core 300 square XLPE cables. As per IS 1255, a pre-installation insulation resistance test was conducted. The acceptance criteria for LT cable is a minimum of 100 megaohm. All drums were stored on a raised hard stands under cover storage. Electrical installation is dependent on civil fronts. Transformer foundation were cast as per IS 1180. The curing period of 28 days was strictly adhered to. The plinth top level is 300 above the finished ground level to prevent water ingress during monsoon. For external illumination, 9-meter high octagonal poles were installed. Each pole is provided with a dedicated 600 by 600 foundation and a loop in loop out junction box. The most critical civil interface is core cutting for service entry. Here, technicians are creating openings in a 300 RCC wall for cable entry. This work was executed only after approval of the coordinated service drawing. As per NBC 2016, all wall penetration must be sealed with a 2-hour fire-rated sealant post-cable installation. This is non-negotiable requirement for fire NOC and CEIG approval. The LT room is executed as a dust-proof ventilated enclosure. The primary distribution is via a 900 wide perforated type cable tray. Installation is as per IS 732-2019. Supports are provided at 1.5 meter intervals with additional support at all bands and tees. The entire tray system is electrically continuous and bonded to the main earth grid at 20 meter intervals using 25 by 3 GI strip. This is the 800 ampere TPN MCCB feeder. The incoming side shows R, Y, B and bus bar with heat shrink cable color coded sleeves. Red, yellow, blue for phases and black for neutral as per IS 11353. Three class 1 current transformer are mounted for metering and protection. The adapter box shown here is for tower F. During installation, all panels were labeled using a master spirit label. NBC 2016 Part 8 Section 4 mandate a minimum 1000 clear working space in front of all switchboard. This was physically verified and documented. For final distributions, conduits are embedded in the slab. This photograph shows a DB during the civil stage with conduits terminating from the top. As per IS 732, all conduit must be free of burrs and clean with a mandrel before wire pulling. Number of band between draw box shall not exceed 4. For termination, we use hydraulic crimping tools with hexagonal dies. This ensures a cold weld connection. All lugs are torqued to the manufacturer specified value. For an 800 ampere MCCB, the torque is 20 Newton meter, verified with a calibrated torque wrench. Earthing system, the backbone of safety. These 25 by 3 GI strip are fabricated in the store and exothermically welded on site to form the earth grid. As per IS 3043-2018, the transformer neutral has two independent earth electrodes and the body has two separate electrodes. Combined earth resistance was measured at 0.85 ohms, which is below the 1 ohm requirement. Final testing includes ground fault relay operation. As per CEA regulation 42, for circuit above 250 ampere, the GFR must operate within 300 milliseconds. This was tested and recorded. Project handover is contingent on documentation. For CEIG approval under CEA regulation 2010, a complete dossier was submitted. This included first, the approved single line diagram with CEIG stamp. Second, the earthing layout with test result from a NABL accredited lab. Third, test certificate for all cables and transformers. Fourth, operation and maintenance manual from the OEM. Fifth, as-built drawing incorporating all site modification. The hand-drawn cable tray route you see here was digitized and submitted as part of as-built package. It uses a standard color code, red for DG, blue for transformer, and pink for common services. Without this complete set, the chief electrical inspector will not permit charging of the installation. To summarize the key engineering takeaway from the Omicron 2, first, engineering control. The accuracy of GFC drawing and BOQ prevents 90% of site variation. Second, evidence-based execution. Photographs shown are part of a 500 photo log maintained for client billing, consultant approval, and statutory compliance. Third, sequence adherence. The workflow is civil, then support, then tray, then cable, then termination, then testing. Any deviation introduces risk and cost. This project was executed with zero LTI and was handed over on schedule. The knowledge shared is based on my direct experience as site in charge. For fellow engineers, I have compiled the IS 732 site execution checklist used on this project. Comment checklist 732 to receive it. Thank you for your time. Stay safe and execute with quality. Thank you very much.